Hello guys, good evening. Today we will talk about orchestrating workflows on Databricks, of course. Just give me a minute. Yeah, good evening once again. In today's session, we will talk about orchestrating workflows on Databricks, right? What is orchestration, guys? Let me ask you guys, what is orchestration? We say orchestrating pipelines, orchestrating workflows, orchestrating tasks, clustering. Okay. No, orchestration means it is a process where you coordinate tasks together. See, there are, let's say, 5 tasks. Out of 5 tasks, which has to run first, then second, and then fourth, and then fifth. Organizing different parts so they work together collectively. Yes, exactly. Organizing different tasks, you create a flow. You'll tell which task has to run first, and then followed by that, what are the next tasks. You'll coordinate, schedule as a part of orchestration. You'll also schedule at what time they want to run, at what time you want to run your tasks, based on a schedule or based on some event. When some event happens, you want to trigger or schedule. Schedule is time basis. If you want to do it on a event basis, you will say trigger. And these process together we call, sorry guys. Sorry for the disturbance. Coordinating, scheduling, triggering based on some event to happen, and then managing it in the right order, right time, under right conditions. That is orchestrating workflows. Now we will build one pipeline and see how we can orchestrate workflows on Databricks. Orchestration is very important. And even though you without orchestration tools and techniques, you can schedule your jobs to run at particular time, one after another. But see, for example, task one, I am ingesting the data. It's an ingest task. Task 2 is processing the data. And then task 3, I load this data to some persistent storage. It could be a table or it could be a file. In some form, I'll store it. 3 tasks. Without orchestration, I'll just schedule them. Say every day at 11 o'clock, data ingestion should happen. And as soon as data ingestion happens, task 2 will start at 11:05. And once that process is done at 11:10, load will happen into the storage. It will collect data from process and loads into the storage. In this way, you can plan your tasks. But what if data comes late? Right? What if data is coming, but it is giving some stale input? Then eventually in the storage, you will get a misinterpretation or null values, stale values, which will reflect in the dashboard. And your dashboards may go blank. And you cannot trust the data. That's why just scheduling and automation is not important. Orchestration is equally important. That is, you create a dependency between the tasks. Only when ingestion happens, then only start process. Only when process is done, then only load data. This is what orchestration in one line. Right? You automate, schedule, manage, and coordinate. That means you tell processes to run in right order and also in the right time and also in right conditions. When data is coming as null, there is some problem with the data source. Don't trigger your process and load. The task one should be able to identify it. It's a stale data. Even though data arrives, that itself is not important. You will take care, apply some conditions, and you don't trigger task 2 and task 3 also. Running pipelines under right working conditions. So all these means orchestrating your pipelines or workflows. Okay, let us look into one small hands-on related to that. Organizing different parts. Yes, we will transform. Yeah. For that, I'll go to workspace. Before that, I have created this Databricks just now because my free trail limits of my old Databricks has exhausted and it is giving this kind of errors. DB utils not found. That is the error. But anyways, apart from that, I'm getting this kind of errors. See, retries exceeded, and Databricks has become very interactive these days. They have made a lot of improvements. Now community edition is not there. Free trial is available. Along with that, they have bought this assistant, AI assistant, which will help you to understand various things. Right? Create schema. If not exist, what is the problem here? See, Databricks service is struggling to provide some compute environment. Maybe I have exceeded the limits that it permits. What is Databricks? Yeah. Databricks is, according to the description in Google, it is AI platform. Databricks. It's a artificial intelligence platform. Discovers how Databricks empowers your data AI tasks. But when Databricks started, it started as an environment which supports PySpark. Yeah, something data intelligence. I like interpreted it as an AI, artificial intelligence, data intelligence. So now they say it says data intelligence platform. Here we are discussing, right? Yeah. Meaning, like when Databricks started, it started a platform which supports PySpark environment. PySpark is a code or a framework or Python extension which you can run on Spark to process big data or data you can process on distributed environment. Distributed environment means many computers coming together, creating one platform. And to make this PySpark closer to more people, Databricks started. They created the distributed environment where you can bring in your data, work with PySpark. And later on, they added many layers. They have added storage layer. Now they have their own storage. You can bring in storage from AWS, Azure, GCP. And then they have compute layer. On that compute layer, you can process data using SQL, Python, PySpark languages. Even it supports Scala and other things, but these are main things. And it's not just providing a storage, it's providing something called as Unity catalog. In short, in this Unity catalog, you can share your data or save your data, in files, that is flat files, as a CSV file, JSON file, MP3, MP4, whatever you want, save it as it is. And also you can write your data into tables, both you can do in the Unity catalog. That is small introduction about Databricks. Yeah, Parquet files. You can save your data in flat files, and also you create a catalog which helps you to bring these files as tables. And you can work on these tables using SQL or Python or PySpark, the language of your choice. Okay. Now, as I told, there is some retry exceeded error I have been experiencing in my Databricks account, which I regularly use. So just now before the session, I created a new one. Okay, there is manage trail also. I have only $39 remaining out of 40. Seems like I use this mail ID now, but this account has been set up already. Now, if I want to upgrade, I have to provide these details. Anyways, let us try it here. First, I want to introduce this catalog to you. Catalog is the place where you save your data. And why it is not just called as a file system or a database. Instead, there is a new name called catalog. Because this catalog works a bit differently. Catalog is a platform where you'll get two things, volumes, and then you can create schema, or I think schema is higher level, guys, sorry. Database and tables also, both you can do. First, you have to create catalog. Under catalog, you create schema. And within that schema, you have two options. One is you can create volume, where you can save your data as a CSV, JSON, Parquet, flat files, whatever file you have, you can save it in file format. And another part of this catalog, they call it as Unity catalog or catalog, which means both are same. And the other part, which allows you to create database and tables within the database. Or they might also refer it as data warehouse. And CSV files, JSON files, structured and semi-structured data which you have in your volumes, you can bring them into tables by creating something called catalog. Right? Catalog is nothing but you're saving metadata, where that CSV file is saved and from which source it is coming, what is the schema of it, what are the column names, data types. With the help of that, you can view them as tables. Initially, it is Hive Metastore which helped them to do this. Now Databricks has upgraded, they're calling it as just Unity Catalog. They are not referring this name as Hive. Okay, catalog schema volume files, yes. And in the same catalog schema, you can also create database and tables. We call this concept as data lakehouse. Why data lake, which allows you to save data in files, and the data warehouse, you are saving data in tables also. Data lakehouse is a concept where you can save your raw data in flat files usually. Data warehouse is the concept where you will organize your data in tables. Now, data lakehouse is a platform which provides both capabilities. And Databricks is a data lakehouse kind of platform. Okay, and how to access this data lakehouse or Unity catalog? If you go to catalog, by default, you will be having a workspace. Workspace is the place where you write your code, run your code. And for that workspace, or with the name of that workspace, already one catalog is there, it's default. And the schema name is default. But no data is there, no volume is there, no table is there. See, no tables, no volumes, and no models and functions also. It's empty as of now. And there is information schema, which saves all the metadata and other things, table privileges, table tags, views, volumes. And there is information schema, which saves obviously information of the things you put in Unity catalog. If you want, you can create your own catalog. Create catalog. And after creating catalog, you can create volume or a table. Now, there is another feature in Databricks. Now, this catalog, if you create, the storage for the catalog you are getting from Databricks. You can also connect this catalog with external locations like Amazon S3 bucket, Azure blob storage, or Google cloud storage. You can create external locations. Anyway, we will go with this default schema and default catalog workspace, default schema, and the name is default. Or I can also create, but yeah, I'll go with this default or default workspace. Okay, I'll click on new notebook. Let us call it as demo pipeline. And from here, which is my old Databricks, I already tried this. I'll copy paste this one. And it is SQL statement. What I'm doing here is, sorry, here, I'll change it to quick demo. I am creating a new schema. And the schema name, I'll make use this word quick demo, because in rest of the code I use the same name, and use quick demo. And I am not mentioning the catalog name. So when I don't do that, it will take the default catalog. And connect serverless. But it is better if you are using Python or PySpark code. It's better to create general compute rather than SQL warehouse, which is used to only, interact with tables. You can run SQL queries using this kind of compute. You can go for general purpose. Earlier, Databricks used to provide cluster. Now they are providing serverless. That's fine, but it has to be general compute. Go to this and select serverless, start and attach. Okay, connected. Let us run this. Meanwhile, I'll duplicate this tab. See, I created a schema. And go to catalog, workspace, quick demo schema, you can see. And no data as of now. Okay, now I'll copy this. Go to the notebook. And here I am importing these packages, and this time I'm running Python code. In earlier cell, I have run SQL code. And if you look into the drop down, as of now, your Databricks notebook supports Markdown, which is like a text. If you want to put any information, headings, you can use that. Python is default. If you can change it to SQL, Scala, R. And when your notebook is Python, it also supports PySpark. Now here, I am importing JSON, UUID, random DB utils, and I'm choosing this path, but this path is not available in Databricks now. And then let me check if it is available, if we are able to access, because I told you Databricks transitioned from Community Edition to free trial. Earlier in Community Edition, their system is called as file store. Now they are calling it as volumes. We are trying to create this path called customers, where in Databricks file system. And then we are creating some sample data with random ID and then first name, last name, email. And we are opening a JSON document and writing into it. Let us run this. Okay, it's saying there is no module error, DB utils. Okay. As I told you, this is like earlier Databricks. Earlier Databricks used to allow you to access its file system DBFS. Now, the code initializes DBFS. This should resolve from module error. Okay, I'm trying to get some help from here. I'll copy this, or I'll replace, or accept and run. We will do that, accept and run. No problem. Let's go to Catalog Explorer. We will create a volume here in the schema quick demo. Let me add data volume. No, quick demo. Volumes. Here we have create, create volume. And we will create this volume with the name customers. It is managed volume. That means you'll get the volume within the Databricks. Create. See, now I created the customer volumes. And this is the space. Copy path. And now I'll replace this path with this volume path. And rest of the things as is. Now I don't require this DB utils. So I'll just comment it out. Earlier Databricks, a file system is called DBFS, Databricks file system. That's how we used to refer. And to write or read or to list out the content in that file system, this is the package. Now I don't need this also. Initialize DB utils. I have given the path and this data I am generating, and I'll open the path and write customers1.json. Let us run this. It is done. Now I'll go and check in the customers volume. I'll refresh. Still refreshing. Let's wait. And here you can see this is done just now, 2 seconds ago. And here it should appear, but still it's refreshing the catalog. Still refreshing. Okay, meanwhile, we will go to the next part of the code. Here I am creating something called delta live tables. Delta live tables are the tables which allows you to update them, especially when data are coming in live, that is continuously coming. You can ingest data continuously into this live tables, as name itself says, DLT. Copy this. So this is like old code base which I have. Now Databricks environment got changed. I'll put it here. See, from DLT and from PySpark, we are importing column expression timestamp. First, I'm creating a bronze layer with comment raw customer JSON via autoloader. And the definition, you can see customers bronze. Here what we are doing, we are creating a stream, spark.read stream. That means data will be ingested in a stream and format cloud files. And here I have to update cloud files in the sense data might come from other cloud formats. So anyway, here I'll give this volume workspace, accept. And then silver layer. So what are we doing here? We are loading this data as a stream. From the stream, we are loading this data, which is like a table. Now on that table, what is that? Customers bronze. From there, you are filtering any null values. You are checking ID is not null, and with column function allows you to make changes to whatever column you put here. See, ingest TS timestamp. See, I am creating a new column called ingest TS with current timestamp. Like whenever the data comes, we are using that timestamp, and we are creating a new column called ingest TS. And also we are applying a filter. See, we are providing ID, right? We are filtering IDs which are null. Only we are accepting the data where IDs are not null. So we are using some small transformation here. We are filtering the data which is having IDs as null values, and we are creating a new column called ingest TS, which is having current timestamp. And then I am creating one more table. This is table and this is table, whereas this one is JSON document in this volume. Still refreshing. See, customers one.json is available. Last modified 4 minutes ago. Now what I have is a JSON file, flat file. Now I want to create 3 segments, bronze, silver, and gold. In bronze, I am bringing my raw data, but in tabular format. I am creating a delta live table. If it is a batch data, I would have created normal table. But I am assuming this as a streaming data, the data which continuously come. But you may ask, why don't you use stream instead? But because of the community edition and free trial, we cannot add these connectors. Only once you go for paid subscription, you can establish, connect Databricks environment with your data streams, etc. and other cloud storages. So what we are doing, we are uploading this JSON, which we assume that customer 1.json, customer 2.json. In this way, data comes continuously or on some schedule. For every 5 minutes, 10 minutes, data might come like this. And as soon as data comes here, we are writing into the table. See, it is creating a table by taking data from here. And then the definition bronze will create a table with comment, this one. And then silver table will read data from bronze. Just give me a minute, sorry. Okay, and silver, it will do 2 transformations here, filtering and also adding a new column. And then we have gold layer. Here we are aggregating, we are counting the rows loaded in that day. How? By grouping ingest TS and also counting the rows. So that we by like grouping by date, you will group all the rows that got in today's date, and then you'll count. So that count operation will result in the number of rows inserted in that date. And here, why it is showing this red color dot? Anyways, we will see and run it. See, Delta Live Table module is not supported on this cluster. You should either create a new pipeline. Okay, let us say create new pipeline then. Okay. Workspace. Default. Instead, I'll choose quick demo and then start with sample SQL code. But our code is Python code. So I'll go with start with sample Python code. See, this is a place where pipelines, you'll orchestrate your flow. There are two ways you orchestrate your workflows. One, in Databricks, you create this flow. See what this flow is saying: whenever data arrives, read it, add it to the table, and then validate it, filter for null values, add a new column. And in gold layer, you are aggregating it. And now you want to build a orchestration pipeline. So task 1, 2, 3, bronze, silver, and gold. You want to run one after another. And also when you want to run, when data arrives into this path, and that is when you want this pipeline to trigger, and it has to run one after another. And that you can orchestrate in something called jobs and pipelines. Here I'm trying to create DLT table, right? It is not supported in this cluster. The environment, as I already told you, the Databricks has been upgraded. There are a lot of changes. So I'll go to Databricks here, pipeline. In pipeline itself, we will run the code. See, there is, it's asking you, it's, asking you to create exploration, transformations, and etc. Okay. Add source code. Create. Pipeline. Automate workflow, let's say. Create it. Or I'll go, anyway, let it associate cluster, and I'll check the cluster details. See, it given this name, DLT execution and Databricks runtime and other things. Okay, this is our cluster now. Using this cluster, we will run the pipeline. New pipeline, automate workflow, but it is empty. Let us add a new pipeline source code folder again. I already done that. Let us go for transformation, Python, and destination path. Browse. Let us call it as demo workflow. And I already saved this workspace, search for you, users, yeah, demo pipeline here, but I was not able to select it. So I'll just create one pipeline. I'll close this. Here, create a new pipeline. We will go for transformations and destination path. It is suggesting to run here. So I'll go with that. Data set, we are not using any data set. We are using actually streaming table, materialized view. Just streaming table. Okay, none for now. Let us choose sync, not sync. Okay, none for now. And then name demo workflow. Create it. No, here you have to bring in the code in advance. Here you cannot run the code. Demo workflow.py. Transformations is there. Let me open that. Open in a new tab. And the code, this one. I'll put it in demo workflow. Okay, run file. See, accordingly, it is creating a new graph. And this graph is like workflow. View details. Diagnose error. Okay, what did actually changed here? And the error is works materialization. Something view details. It is unable to pick up the date time. And all. It was unable to pick up all these attributes. Now there is some suggestion from Databricks itself. What is that suggestion? I can see the exact code. Here's the corrected code. It's saying from PySpark SQL, column expressions. Anyways, we will make use of it. Run 5. And let us come here. Here we are creating a new column in just yes. And here, this code, I'll put this also and try. But generating data within the pipeline is not a good idea, but let's see. Run the file. Okay, update fail because of okay, this part then I'll cover in next session, guys. As I told you, there is a lot of changes in Databricks. If you compare with Community Edition, maybe I already logged in here. Workspace. See, there are a lot of changes. If you go to catalog, here we used to have DBFS. Now we don't have the concept of DBFS at all. Instead, we have this Unity catalog. So let us look into this part in our next session. Okay.